So it looks like Teyana Taylor secretly filed for divorce back in January from Iman Shumpert. And what she's saying in this divorce will probably shock you because it's the complete opposite of what she said back in September about their separation being amicable.
I wanted to try it. Like I said, I'm Dora the Explorer.
I wanted to try it, like I said. I'm Dora the Explorer, CH. Not even our girl Teyana Taylor is safe from the epidemic of broke men. Her ex-husband, Iman Shumpert, who has a history of serial cheating, has dragged her to court, demanding child support. Apparently, Iman has been working overtime to make this divorce as messy as possible, now trying to dip his hands into Teyana's pockets. Over the years, there have been several reports of Iman being an awful husband and treating Teyana poorly throughout their marriage, but she stayed with him for the sake of their daughters. It got so bad at one point that he had to tell her to stop working because he was jealous of her becoming more famous and making more money. Teyana even accused Iman of mistreating her during their marriage and causing her extreme, irreversible damage. Who would have thought that Teyana and Iman's relationship would end like this? There was a time when they were the epitome of couple goals for everyone. Their relationship seemed like the ideal healthy partnership, but behind the scenes, Iman was causing trouble. In case you missed it, Teyana announced her divorce from Iman back in November 2023 with a now-deleted Instagram post. She clarified, "In all fairness, Iman and I are separated and have been for a while. To be 100,000% clear, infidelity isn't one of the reasons for our split. We are still best friends and great business partners. We are one hell of a team when it comes to co-parenting our two beautiful children." Teyana tried to keep the divorce quiet on social media, even portraying Iman as a good guy. But that was all for show, because once the court documents were released, her story changed completely. To top it off, she deleted the earlier Instagram post about the divorce. She was not playing around with that man, y'all. In court documents obtained by TMZ, Teyana accused Iman of being jealous of her fame and feeling insecure about not being good enough for her, even though he was earning far more from basketball than she ever could from music. She mentioned that Iman would get annoyed when they attended public events together, and photographers asked him to step out of the frame. His mistreatment escalated to the point where he started treating her cruelly.
Reportedly, I was gonna say that's the sad part about it. You know, you think about it. These actors, it was 20 years ago when they made money, but it's like how do you keep that money when you're not booking until all this time? Because you're still paying for your school, you're still paying for your home, you're paying for cars, you're helping family members. So yeah, that money doesn't last forever.
Yeah, and the baby's
Displaying extreme narcissistic behavior throughout most of their marriage, Iman's jealousy and hatred grew stronger, despite Teyana's efforts to maintain harmony by intentionally dimming her own light. She even considered giving up her entire career to be a housewife, hoping to alleviate his insecurities. Eventually, she went as far as actually doing it, sacrificing her career to try and keep the peace. Teyana revealed that she turned down recording opportunities and acting gigs because Iman didn't want her to work. You'd think this would make him happy since that's what he wanted, right? Wrong. After she gave birth to one of their children, Iman complained about her not making money. This man is so unhinged, y'all. Teyana was doing everything she could to make him happy, but it only made him more dissatisfied.
What it is, yeah, you got to pay. I mean, who cares about what people think when you got to pay your bills and pay your mortgage and pay your car note and help your parents or whatever it is and pay your school debt? Nah, who cares?
Yeah, and if you subscribe, you subscribe. If you don't, you don't. Keep it moving because all y'all broke anyway. So Rihanna opens up about postpartum hair loss. All right, so she was speaking with Refinery 29 at the Fenty Hair Loss. I mean, hey, yo.
The Fenty
hair.
His mistreatment of her only intensified. Eventually, Teyana got fed up with his behavior, and they separated for a while. However, they reconciled not long after, but it didn't last. According to Teyana, Iman remained insecure as his NBA career dwindled, becoming increasingly emotionally and mentally abusive toward her. Once this
Child, this man
information
is
came
so
to light,
unhinged, y'all.
and people began
Teyana
to
was
see
literally
Iman
doing
for the awful
everything she
husband he
could to
was.
make him happy,
He tried to
and
do
all
some
that
damage
did was
control.
make him mistreat
He
her
asked
even
the
more.
court to change
At
the
some
grounds for
point, she
divorce
got
from
sick of his
cruelty to
BS and they
irretrievable
separated for a
breakdown of the marriage bond. When Teyana initially filed for divorce, she cited cruel treatment as the reason. For those unfamiliar, cruel treatment refers to the intentional and persistent infliction of unnecessary suffering, whether in action or threat, that makes living together unsafe, whether mentally or physically. Iman is now disputing Teyana's claim of cruel treatment, insisting it should be replaced with irretrievable breakdown of their marriage. To make matters worse, in a recent court filing, he's requesting that Teyana pay him child support, arguing that she earns more than him. Iman states his monthly income before taxes is approximately $47,981, whereas Teyana reportedly earns around $93,500. Despite this income disparity, he claims to have been providing Teyana with $88,000 per month for the care of their children Junie and Rue. It's worth noting that during their marriage, he allegedly misappropriated millions of dollars from Teyana. In a previous court session, Teyana accused him of leaving her with $200,000 in unfinished home renovations. He began unauthorized home renovations, withdrawing over $4 million from their joint bank account, which primarily consisted of Teyana's funds. Not only did he subject her to emotional and verbal mistreatment, but he also made irresponsible financial decisions behind her back. He recklessly withdrew substantial sums without informing her of his expenditures. Throughout it all, he treated her terribly. Despite this, Teyana endured it because she genuinely wanted to salvage their marriage for their daughter's sake. Additionally, as I mentioned earlier, he was serially unfaithful, which Teyana did not hesitate to address in court. Allegations of his infidelity surfaced as early as 2016 when evidence emerged of his involvement with other women while still married to Teyana. One of his extramarital partners publicly posted evidence of their relationship, claiming he had contacted her via Instagram.
I was not on the pamphlet.
Yeah, no. No one tells you.
No, and I did not expect it to happen in waves either. I thought it would just happen and grow back. But it went this spot, then this spot, then this spot. And at that point, you're just like, all right, enough is enough. But I also learned to embrace that in itself. That actually just made me get a little more creative and clever with my hairstyles.
He instructed her to meet him at a hotel for a rendezvous, but upon arrival, she found him there with his teammate Kyrie Irving. They insisted she sleep with both of them, and when she refused, they threw her phone at her as she walked away. Iman later admitted to the accusations, but urged people not to involve Teyana in his mistakes. He acknowledged his past selfishness and insensitivity, admitting he hadn't cared much about public opinion until now. Despite his promises of change and admiration for Teyana, he continued to be unfaithful. In 2018, renewed allegations surfaced when Drake's concealment of his child Adonis with a former adult film star brought scrutiny back to Iman's infidelity. Around this time, there were reports about Sophie, who was unsure about the paternity of her child because she was romantically involved with ASAP Rocky, James Harden, and Iman simultaneously. A few months later, rumors began circulating on social media about Iman and Teyana engaging in a threesome with adult star Ali Rides, allegedly resulting in a pregnancy. Teyana felt deeply embarrassed by these rumors and took to Twitter to refute them, stating, "I've never seen or touched that girl in my life." Iman responded with an explosive Instagram post defending himself, stating, "Ali is my friend, and I won't apologize for showing admiration under her pictures." He expressed admiration for Teyana's journey through pregnancy and motherhood, claiming he appreciates such moments on Instagram with any woman. Prior to this incident, Teyana had admitted to engaging in multiple threesomes during their marriage, often initiating them herself.
That's the mix-up, you know what I'm saying? People hear it and think that it's like a thing where it's like every day we just taking down. Like that's not that. It just be those times where like we just like if we on vacation, like our anniversary, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just certain times where like, you know, like in the beginning I wanted to try it. Like I said, I'm Dora the Explorer. Like Bob, backpack, shorts, t-shirt, like yeah.
That's
like,
not what Dora's about.
I know that's not what Dora's about, and I feel so bad.
After revealing this, speculation arose that Teyana might have engaged in these threesomes with a man in an attempt to satisfy his tendency to cheat, hoping he wouldn't seek other partners behind her back. However, This strategy proved ineffective because a few months later, he was caught cheating again. The Instagram page, The Neighborhood Talk, posted IG stories showing one of Iman's mistresses wearing his chain. Another video surfaced of her casually sitting in a car with his voice in the background. She later uploaded another video showing them affectionate together.